I often don't know what to say when Gaz does stuff like that. I feel like we got so far there.
It was never going to end the way you wanted it to.
You went Earthblood. That's what Pet is. If you're wondering, Earthblood.
I don't know why you wanna treat me this way.
Good evening to all those watching. Hope you had a happy Valentine's Day and a Merry New Year.
It's awfully random.
Mm.
Welcome everyone. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Gaz.
And this is
Bromantic.
Got a couple of new segments for everyone today.
Oh, God, we do. I need to keep very still, sorry. Oh, God, we do.
That is atrocious. I just want everyone to hear. We're going to put this on the audio. Gaz's creaky chair. Ready? And what that means is Gaz cannot move.
I have to stay very, very still.
Throughout this poddy.
I'm very excited about that.
I know you love being still.
I'm a still guy. I am a still guy.
Just enjoying all the movement.
We've got a fun-filled and packed-out podcast for you today.
Yep.
Some brand new bits and pieces, some random discussion topics, and as always, your very favourite dad jokes.
Oh, Splin Dabby Dozy. What vegetable should you never bring on a boat? A leek. I just want everyone to know that before we start, I said to Gaz, I've got no bangers this week. So buckle up.
Ryan's pre-prepped me for a terrible joke.
Yeah.
So
I'm
excited.
I want crickets around Gaz's face every time.
My son asked me what it's like to be married. So I told him to leave me alone. And then when he did, I asked him why he was ignoring me.
My ex-girlfriend just told me she wants us to get back together again. Man, I sure am lucky. I mean, first I win the lottery. Now this. That's more wordy than it looks, that joke. I was like, oh my God, I'm still talking. He just kept going. I thought, oh shit, this is going on.
And then I went down the river. To all the people who always said I'd never amount to anything because of my procrastination, just you wait.
A priest, a rabbit, and a minister walk into a bar. The bartender asks the rabbit, "What do you have?" The rabbit says, "I don't know. I'm only here because of autocorrect."
God.
Another wordy one there, but not as good.
We started a band called Books, so no one can judge us by our covers.
A dragon would never explode, but a dynamite.
Hey! I enjoyed that.
Good.
Interviewer. You've got a 3-year gap on your resume that just says vengeance. Me. Interviewer. Me. You don't remember me, do you? That'd probably be better without me saying me. I read it too literally. I'm probably going to cut that bit out in the edit.
Don't cut out. Me. Interview.
That's what happens in my head. That's what happens in my head when I read it. But then when I did it, I was like, because first of all, I thought it was me. First of all, I thought it was me, and I thought the interviewer said something afterwards. I didn't realise it was blank on the interviewer as well. It was just me saying me an interviewer.
It really was a small phone. They're going to be like, what?
Me. Interviewer.
That's so good.
God.
That's the best joke we've done.
Fucked it.
I'm gone. Oh,
Absolutely
God.
fucked it.
Well, this isn't going to land. A man walked into a seafood restaurant and asked for a lobster tail. The waitress smiled sweetly, sat down. Once upon a time, there was a handsome lobster.
Why should you never throw Grandpa's false teeth at a vehicle? You might dent your car.
My doctor said that I might die because I accidentally consumed clay. I've got to be honest. I'm shitting bricks.
God.
They got me.
You don't need a parachute to go skydiving. You need one to go skydiving twice.
Oh, just a fact. Told my wife that she drew her eyebrows too high. She seemed surprised.
That's God awful. I once had a dream that I was floating in an ocean of orange soda. More of a fantasy.
Have you ever realised the word Q is slightly ironic? It's just the letter Q with a bunch of silent letters waiting in line.
Yeah, I was like,
You fuck you.
I was like, what does he mean? A cheeseburger walks into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve food here." That was the end.
How is that the end?
All right, hold on. Whenever I try and eat healthy, a chocolate bar looks at me and snickers.
There we go. My grandfather always said, "Fight fire with fire." Great man. Terrible firefighter.
That's good. That's good. What does garlic do when it gets too hot? Takes his clothes off. Go on, quick fire.
Oh shit, I wasn't ready.
Quick fire dad jokes.
I woke up to drink some water in the middle of the night, but I accidentally ate a whole pizza and a cheesecake. That's not a joke.
He's reading his diary. I'm reading my diary. Go on, go.
What do you call a superhero with a bad sense of direction? A woman. Nah, Wonder Woman. I should have said that first bit.
That's it. What do you call a fish wearing a crown? A kingfish.
This is awful.
Go!
They say 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea. Does that mean one person enjoyed it?
Well, I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug.
Oh. I've got a couple of sock puppets for sale. Anyone interested in taking them off my hands?
Why did the bicycle fall over? It was too tired.
It's not a penguin bar, that one.
It's a penguin bar.
I wrote
The original dad jokes.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. I wrote a book on how not to fall down the stairs. It's a simple step-by-step guide.
Why don't eggs tell jokes? They crack each other up.
Oh dear.
That's it. I think we'll call it a day.
That was a fucking blast through some dad jokes there.
Oh,
Can you believe we thought that was off the top of our heads if you're listening to it on Spotify?
Yeah, I know. Mental. Sorry, I'm moving again.
You are moving a lot as well.
Some creaky going on. Welcome to the Bromantic Podcast, where we take you on a journey of adventure, fun fantasy, and cream-filled goodness.
We're like an eclair. Is it an eclair?
Yeah. Bit of chocolate drizzled on top.
Yeah. Can I do the first segment?
You can, after we've asked the guys, really, really nicely, to subscribe. If you aren't already. Get that subscribe button hit. Get the socials followed. And if you aren't already, get yourself in the Discord, where there's fun, adventure, laughs, and hilariousness.
Send us an email at bromantic@mail.com.
Yes.
Talking of emails, got a couple here for you.
Okay.
Now, bit wordy,
Okay.
but you suck it up and you enjoy it. This one is not directed to us, but the Bromantic family.
Oh, okay.
Firstly, I need to apologise for not sending this email sooner. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together and realise that episode 52 would be the year's anniversary. So much is going on at home with life and fostering, court cases and work. Please accept my apologies.
You're forgiven.
Accepted. A few thank yous.
Okay.
Number 1, thanks to you two, Ryan and Gaz.
Hey.
Without you guys, there would be no Bromantic Podcast. You're funny, clever, and talented. Oh, you've been a bit kind there. You bring joy to the people who listen to the pod. My journey to and from work would certainly be dull without them. Number 2, the Discord family. To the listeners who are not part of it, you need to get involved. That's in capital letters as well, so. There is so much love and support there, it's unbelievable. Whether you need a virtual shoulder to cry on, to let vent, or to ask advice, these guys have your back. Gaz even went to say goodbye to the amazing Kate when she left the UK. I didn't get the same treatment when I went to Turkey for a week's holiday, but I'll save that for my therapist. Number 3 is to Ryan and Gaz's families. So much goes into the pod and the Discord that it must take time away from their family, whether it's the TikTok lives, the recordings of the pods, or relying on the Discords. So for that, we say thanks.
That's really nice.
That is lovely. I feel a little bit heartfelt with that one.
Yeah, me too.
From watching episode 52, I see that I received an award. Whenever someone wins an award, there needs to be a speech. So here it goes.
If you don't, get yourself ready for this.
Thanks.
Okay.
All the best, guys. And here's to another 52 episodes. Rich.
Appreciate you, Rich.
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you for that, Rich. I see you've taken on board your award well.
Yeah.
Well done to you,
It's
sir.
like, I've got an award for an email, not sent one in, so I must.
A wordy, girthy
Also, I
email.
appreciate you considering our families there. That was really nice.
Yeah, they'll appreciate it too.
And guys, what he says is very, very true. If you are not already in the Discord, do join. It's a way for us to get closer to the community, to have a little chit chat with you, and also for us to find out what you like and what you don't like.
No one ever tells us, but
yeah, and for you to see our beautiful little faces on a more regular basis. Yeah. Do you see the run there? Also, go to the Ko-fi and give us some money.
get over there now.
We're poor.
Yeah.
We need your money.
Just remember that everything you donate or subscribe will go immediately back into the pod.
And if you do subscribe, give us money a month. It doesn't matter how much. We're not picky, but the more the better. Then you'll get added to a little private Discord channel where we organise games nights.
Yeah.
You get bloopers. You win prizes. You get custom T-shirts and plates and cups.
Whoa.
And you might win a holiday to Jamaica for a family of 3.
But you have to subscribe £1,000 a month. Okay? Stop. All right, I'll cover us.
Yeah.
Stop. Okay. All right.
I can only do so much.
Yeah. Next email. This is called Senses. Evening, gents. What's... okay. I see. Okay. What's the best thing you've ever put in your mouth?
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Okay. So the best thing I've probably ever put in my mouth would be steak from a very certain restaurant. A bit of fillet steak. Oh, then again, I don't really want to say this on the pod because I feel very cruel saying it, but foie gras. God, that was great. But I never want to. Isn't that the one where it's like a goose or a duck that's just been sat in a cage its entire life and force fed till it dies?
I don't know.
Well, steak.
1 minute, let's check what foie gras is.
Yeah.
Like I know how to spell foie gras. Foie. There we go. Foie gras. Got the most. No, it's not how you spell it. I'm guessing F-O-I. Foie.
Yeah.
F-O-I-E.
Oh, I mean, you're very close.
Liver of a duck or a goose. Why is it it's banned in the UK?
Yeah. I had it in France.
Fur and foie gras production are banned in cruelty grounds. In the UK, products can still be imported. Foie gras is produced when geese and ducks are prevented from exercising and force-fed. So they're... Jesus, the liver's abnormally fat. And you ate that with no conscience.
I did have conscience about it. Afterwards, I was like, I shouldn't have ordered that.
I'd have smashed that. Wouldn't have cared either. It's a fucking duck or a goose.
It was delicious. No. Isn't that weird, though, that I thought it was either a duck or a goose and it's both?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that's for me. I'm going to go with the steak because I don't want to say that I've ever eaten foie gras. I've just told you all, but...
The nicest thing I've ever put in my mouth. Probably Ryan's penis.
That's fair. It's like velvet.
Yeah.
So
it's sweet with a small savoury explosion.
Now answer the question seriously. What's the nicest thing you've ever put in your mouth?
Isn't it weird that you were fine with it until I described it?
Yeah, well, that is.
You were absolutely fine
Yeah, I thought we
with
could
the
move
whole
on.
thing until I started describing how your penis tastes, and then
Yeah.
then it was weird for you.
It was then I was like,
Oh, okay, fair enough. I would say boiled bacon, cabbage, and mash.
Brilliant. There it is.
Magic.
What's the nicest thing you've ever touched?
Ryan's penis.
That's just going to be it for everything, isn't it? What's your all-time favourite song?
Ryan's
Penis.
penis. The favourite thing I've ever touched would be.
I'm going to avoid anything like family-based.
Yeah, so I was going to say like holding my son.
Yeah.
Don't know. It's just too. It's too much. I don't really. Ugh.
Hank, what have you done?
So much.
What have you done?
I don't
I'm
know.
just going to keep it really simple with I love the feeling of my pillow every night.
Okay, I'll go duvet then.
Okay, great. You
Or
do.
Ryan's penis.
Nice. What is your all-time favourite song?
I have a few.
Go on then.
Till I Collapse by Eminem.
That's great. Nice.
Soldier by Eminem.
Anything else, Eminem?
No. Everything by Lifehouse. This thing is, there's probably songs that come up and I'm like, oh, I fucking love this song. I
I've
would
definitely
say
got
they
songs.
stand out. They stand out to me.
I'm going to just give one, and that's Creep by Radiohead.
Of course it is.
I love that song. Of course it is, because you know I like that song. It's because I relate to it.
We might not get any money off this video if we continue to sing because we're so good.
Yeah, we might copyright it.
Yeah.
And I'm a weirdo.
What the hell am I doing?
That block man is doing you wonders.
I don't belong here.
I'm not doing anything.
Go on.
No.
Oh.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Maybe not the craziest thing I've ever seen, but a bit of a weird, like, it was unexpected. So I was working with a good friend of mine and a good friend of yours, actually, Aaron, at a place that we work. And it was New Year's. I'm trying to not say what I do. It was New Year's, and we were working, and we were speaking to each other. We were saying, like, we've been doing this so long now, we don't really see many new things. Like, we're not really shocked by a lot that happens. And then about an hour later, we were both just chit-chatting, and a girl on the other side of the road set herself on fire. We were like, we've seen something new today.
Yeah.
We were like, what a weird thing. Yeah, the fact that we had that conversation that night. Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, that is. Crikey.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
She was all right, just for you people that care.
Trying to think something crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything that's been like, wow, that's crazy.
What about breathtaking? There are things that are like quite breathtaking that you've seen and you've gone, fuck.
What's annoying is I know I have, but they're just not
Coming to mind.
At all. I watched, not that this is crazy or anything like that, but I watched Usain Bolt break the world record.
Did you?
And that was pretty cool.
What, live?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick, yeah.
So we snuck in. So my dad bought tickets to watch the hockey. So we got into the grounds and then we just snuck in to watch the.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, was this during the Olympics?
Yes.
It was not difficult to sneak anywhere.
That's what I mean, yeah. So, but to get into the actual stadium, to get into the.
You had to go through
you had
like
to get
94
tickets
checkpoints
and exactly.
stuff. Yeah,
but then to get in to watch that, it was quite simple. What smell takes you to your safe place? We should have read these.
Yeah. I wish I had. Yeah, this
Crikey.
could be.
This is really good. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to answer them this week, but then we'll answer them next week. with some real
Yeah,
thought.
with some good thought. I'm going to go like fresh baked bread kind of smell.
Fucking wow. Okay.
I love the smell of freshly baked bread. I love the smell of.
That's decent.
Hmm.
Vanilla candles. My missus does a lot of vanilla candles in the home.
Okay.
The house always smells delightful.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of smell is definitely
Ryan's penis.
sweet.
It's pungent.
With a bit of savoury.
It's a pungent
That is all.
smell.
Love you. Horror of the week.
Whore of the week.
I read it.
Whore of the pod. It's not the
Horror
week.
of the pod. Horror of the year. No, sorry.
I mean, it is year, technically.
It is, yeah, no. So, in the world of movies and cinemas and programs, I know we like to talk about a few on this little poddy. And
The poddy. Hashtag.
Hashtag poddy.
Hashtag poddy life.
Yep. I watched Rebel Moon, as did you.
I'm
And
so happy.
I come away
I'm so happy that you watched Rebel Moon.
very disappointed. The acting was diabolical. The story could have been good. There were way too many characters, and therefore characters were missed out. Not enough backstory given. Lots of problems, in my opinion, with Rebel Moon.
Mhm. I, for one,
Yeah.
enjoyed Rebel Moon. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was an amazing... It's not like the best movie I've ever seen, but I thought it was a pretty good movie. I didn't think it was the end of the world. I thought it was a pretty decent movie. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it.
I would give Rebel Moon a 4.5 out of 10.
I want... Really?
I just didn't like it.
Oh, out of 10. Sorry. I thought you were 5.
I
I was,
just out of 10.
I was like really surprised when you hit 4.5. I was like, what? No, I think I watched it well aware there's going to be a part 2 because there was a lot missing from the first one that I was like, okay, it's probably going to be in the second one.
Yeah.
The robot, for example.
Yep.
The robot was a character I was like, that's going to be a banging character. But I was like, okay, there's a lot missing from what
There
could
was.
have been in this movie.
Yep.
But I watched it with the premise that it's going to be a first one, there will be a second one.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? So I was quite happy with
I did
how
that
the-
with June as well. And
Yeah.
I thought June 1 was a crocker crap as well. That was hard to get through.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the movie at all.
Yeah. It's not really that
Waste
good.
of time. But anyway, I sat down. I said to this, I said, right, let's watch Rebel Moon Part 2. I said, it can't be worse. I'm going to pick the movie. I'm going to watch Rebel Moon Part 2. She was like, okay, fine. So we sit down. I'm watching it. Now, all I know is there's an hour and 10 minutes left. So maybe that's like half hour in. I was like, turn it off. Turn this garbage off.
Right. I need to know from you whether you want me to spoil it for you or not, whether you
I
care.
do not care.
It is so shocking. It's so bad. Honestly, mate, I watched it with the missus. The first maybe hour of it is essentially them trying to fit into this bit what they missed out in the first bit.
Yep.
They're trying to go into backstories, they're trying to tell you what happened. It's the cheesiest and cringiest thing I've seen in a very long time.
How cheesy it is, right? And I want everyone to picture this scene, okay? Because don't want any of you to waste your time watching it. Is they're sat around a table, sort of eating dinner, and one of them gets up and goes, "I have a confession. We should all know why we're going into battle, and then I want to hear everybody else's confession."
They literally stop the film in order to go through everyone's
Oh
thing.
shit, we've done no one's backstories. What should we do? Let's just tell everyone now. Tell everyone your backstories now.
What? Yeah, but how? They've got to be in the middle. No. They'll go to a pub.
Yep.
They'll sit at a table and just tell each other.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yep, and we'll do little flashbacks.
Oh, but you won't hear what the main character's backstory is because you already know that from the first one when she randomly told the person she loved. What was the reason for it? Why did she tell him? Just so he knew, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's literally
You know
what it
who
was.
I am.
Yeah.
God.
Now, the last bit is the big battle. Let me tell you. And the reason I wanted you to watch all of it, and I know you haven't, because various bits of this big battle irritate the living fuck out of me.
Oh, really?
So they all set up and they're ready to go and they've built, like, they've fortified and all this lot. And 3 big ships and the main commander and everyone come out of their ships to this big open battleground. And then they have this little discussion and whatever's going to happen, and it all kicks off and erupts. And people start popping out of the ground and shooting and all that. And you're thinking, yeah, wicked. This is like, they've got like a good tactical setup and all that lot. The commander then goes back in the ship. The ships take off. And I think there's maybe 1 or 2 ships left on the thing with some, generic people on it. They managed to get into the holes that the people have dug and popped out of and all that lot. Once they've got into the holes, their plan from that point is to blow the holes up, which blows up the entire battlefield. Why not do that at the fucking start? Why not wait for when all the commanders and everyone's sitting there, just blow the fucking thing up? Kill them all. Would have been done. Would have been the end of the film.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So they dug trenches all underneath, or tunnels all underneath the battlefield and popped out at random places. when the enemy got into the trenches and into the tunnels, they blew the tunnels up, which then blew the entire battlefield up and like destroyed a couple of the ships and all that lot. Why didn't they do that at the start?
Were they in the blast zone?
It doesn't matter. How many people should they kill blowing the tunnels up?
Yeah. No, you've
Pointless.
Point.
Then,
Oh.
then she infiltrates the ship.
Yeah.
Or her and the other guy infiltrate the ship. Manage to be dressed as soldiers from the other, from the enemy legion, whatever you want to call it. And then, of course, she escapes from this medical bay that she manages to get into dressed as a soldier. And as she goes through the enemy base, slowly derobes into her normal gear.
Why?
Great idea. Great question. Great question, Ryan. Why?
Oh my god.
So eventually when someone does see her, shockingly, she's in a vest.
Oh my
She's just
God.
like, oh, shit.
Honestly, I hate that movie. I hate it.
It's so bad.
Much stuff. You're like, why is this happening?
So bad.
I tell you what, one of the big things for me as well, because I really like the director. He directed 300 and Man of Steel, 2 movies that I think are great. However, Man of Steel has Henry Cavill. 300 has Gerard Butler. This movie has no one.
Yeah.
No one to carry it.
Yeah.
Like, cheesy movies need great actors.
Well, one of the reasons I saw that someone said that it's Zack Snyder, isn't it? One of the reasons he apparently made this was because they wouldn't let him do a Star Wars thing.
Oh.
And listed a load. I can't remember what they are now, but yeah. So apparently that's one of the reasons he made these 2 films was because they wouldn't let him do a Star Wars.
The problem is there's 9 movies of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Plus. Do you know what I mean? There's even more now. And I'm thinking, he's probably trying to cram all that lore into 2
what?
movies.
Yeah. It just doesn't work. It just really doesn't work. And the robot does get a scene. One. He gets one scene.
Well, is that... I think I started watching that scene then.
Yeah, where he comes in and he does a little fight thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my God, is that it?
Then he comes back at the end and goes, I'll journey with you.
Oh, fucking
That's
hell.
it.
Fuck me.
That's the end.
I was saying, God, when I watched the first movie, I was like, that robot's going to do something fucking mega.
Can you just give me what you think the ending revelation will be?
What, they kill...
No, so the war doesn't finish. The war's not over.
Oh.
There's going to be a third one, or
Oh,
maybe.
no.
What's the revelation at the end of the second film? Do you think it will be? I mean, it depends how much you paid attention, to be honest.
No, I didn't pay a lot of attention.
Oh,
It's very
yeah.
difficult.
Princess is still alive.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, you saw that happening
I did see
straight
that,
away.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
her die.
But she's
Well,
still
not
alive.
full.
Yeah, she's still alive.
So I tell
So
you,
now we're on a journey to find her.
yeah, I tell you what was interesting about that scene. That whole scene is shit where she dies. Really poor acting again. And what they did wrong is they tried to make it dramatic beyond realism. Like, she's got the gun up to her. She's like, I forgive you. She's like, don't. Shoots her. And you're like, just fucking,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? It's stupid.
The issue with it is that they've not given you a build up to these characters. You're not emotionally invested in any of these people,
100%, I'm not.
so you don't care.
No.
But they're trying to make it like you care. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is such an amazing. I couldn't give a fuck about
Do
any
you
of
know
you.
how many Quest episodes I had to put in to make you give a fuck about Brienne? Do you know the work? Do you have to just make a shit movie?
Jesus.
Anyway, I could direct a better movie than
Bromantic, 1 out of 10 for
Rebel
the
Moon 2.
series
Yeah.
of Rebel Moon.
I just want you to know that I turned off maybe 3 films before they finished in my entire life.
Oh, really?
So Rebel Moon is one of those films.
There's one film I walked out of the cinema on.
Oh,
I would love
that.
I would love to go back and see because I feel like it's a film I need to watch as an adult and I feel like I'd appreciate it, and that's Unbreakable. Bruce Willis.
You walked out on that.
I watched it when I was when it first came out. I was young and I found it so boring.
Really? I love that
Walked
movie.
out, yeah. But that's why I feel like if I watched it as an adult, I'd probably appreciate it. Because I like there's 2 more after, isn't there? There's
So I just started to watch Glass the other night.
Glass,
Yeah.
and then the
I think Split.
Split
the
is
start of
another
it.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. So yeah, I think I would really appreciate Unbreakable now.
Yeah.
Hated it when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
Couldn't
we watched
stand
That's
it,
a good
yeah.
movie. I like that. All of our listeners out there, I definitely would recommend if you want to watch a classic superhero movie, an OG superhero movie, Unbreakable. That's like one of the first proper good superhero movies.
Fair one.
Mm.
Fair. What did I watch the other day? There's a superhero movie with Sylvester Stallone in it.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, Sylvester Stallone.
He's in Guardians of the Galaxy too? Yeah.
What does he do? Oh, no.
commander
That's
of
it.
the,
Right. He's like a walk-on part. No, he's like the main character.
Judge Dredd?
No. It's recent. He's basically, there's two twins who have superpowers. One's good, one's evil. And then you think he's like retired and he becomes older, and you think he's the good one all the way through, and then at the end you realise he's actually the bad one.
Sounds terrible.
It's a really good film.
Was it? Oh man, can't remember what it's called, mate.
No.
Anyway,
But if you've watched that, it's good. Films with Gaz.
So basically, we're doing bad films today.
No.
We've given what we like.
Yeah.
And now we're giving you what we don't. Which is a real shame because I really wanted to like Rebel Moon and I didn't.
Yes, it was shocking. I really wanted the second one because we disagreed so much on the first one. I really wanted the second one to be like a turning point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ryan, it's everything you wanted. It's done it. Here you go.
But somebody knew that it would be terrible.
It was awful. It was awful.
I knew it would be good.
On another note, on the Discord today, there was an interesting discussion about fighting animals and what animals you think you could fight.
Okay.
What do you think is the biggest animal you could fight?
So I've had this discussion before, and I think we've even had it on the pod. But I still reckon I could take a llama.
A llama.
I
Okay.
think that is a big animal, but I don't think it's ferocious.
What about a giraffe?
Now, you'd get fucking destroyed by a giraffe.
How would you get destroyed by a
One
giraffe?
kick, they kill lions.
What are you talking about?
Giraffes kill lions. One kick.
How's it going to kick me? They can barely walk.
It's not a fucking baby. It's a fucking giraffe.
Yeah, but it can barely walk. It's
Bro.
like
Oh my god!
I reckon I could take out the front legs of a giraffe.
Some of the things you say.
You don't think I could take out the front? If I ran full
my
pelt,
God,
the front legs of a giraffe.
destroy you. What do you even? You know, a horse. Imagine if it was even bigger. Yeah, I could take it then. I couldn't take a horse. I'll take a fucking massive one.
I didn't say I
lives
couldn't take a
in
horse.
The fucking Sahara.
I could take a horse.
Fucking couldn't.
What? You could take a llama?
A llama?
Why? They're the same fucking size as a horse.
No, it's
you
not.
absolute moron.
You know, like if you go to like a school, right, and there's like this really athletic kid, and that's the horse, right? You know the dweeb in the glasses. They're pretty similar. But you can take him.
Sorry, the dweeb in the classes that's as built as the horse.
The llama's
Just a
not-
little bit
Have
more
you ever
hair.
have you ever seen a llama?
Yes, I have, yeah.
They're not built.
Yeah, they are.
They're built to
Stats,
be
mate.
mangled. No, fucking.
Stats.
What's
What's the largest carnivore that you think you could beat?
Okay, that's a good question as well. Largest carnivore.
We'll take omnivores as
Okay.
a human.
I mean, to be honest with you, that's a. If we
That's not-
avoid
don't be a
humans-
dick.
You were, not me. I said that's a good shout. Do you know what crocodile keeps going into my head?
You would
I
not.
could not take a crocodile. I'm like, maybe
Millions
small
of years.
caveman.
Millions of years of
The
of
as a
evolution,
drone,
yeah.
As a perfect predator. I'm like, I could probably take it.
Although if it's not hunting you, if it's like a direct.
I'm assuming this is a battle.
Right. This is okay. The setting is you're in a cage, a UFC cage.
All right.
You may be twice the size, just because of the size of animals and stuff.
I'm trying to think of a fucking predator that I think, yeah, that's pretty big. I could probably take that.
I think crocodile's quite a good one-on-one,
Yes, I mean,
like head on.
the problem is I'm not saying I'd win every fucking time. Do you know what I mean? But I think there might be a chance.
Because the thing is, if you can get on top of the croc's mouth, their muscles to open are very weak.
Yeah. And I could just go for the eyes.
Yeah.
Once I'm there in its vulnerable spot. But getting to that vulnerable
Yeah,
spot,
that's,
that's going to be the tricky
But
part, isn't it?
then I suppose if you're in an octagon, they can't really. The manoeuvring is not going to be
Yeah.
fantastic, is it?
No.
They're quite large to.
Yeah, they're nowhere near as agile. So, we laughed at the suggestion, but
It's not a bad one.
not a bad
Shark
one. I mean, all right.
on land.
Right.
I'd win.
So, yeah.
Smash it to pieces.
I'll just stand still and let it kill itself. I'll go with a sperm whale.
If you could move in water like you do on land, do you reckon you could beat a shark?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. It's the problem is they're fucking quick. It's not like
Yeah, but I'm talking about if you're so you move exactly the same as you do on land in water.
They move quicker in water than I do on
Yeah, but
land.
they don't have the manoeuvrability you do.
They're pretty manoeuvrable, sharks. They're not like too clumpy.
What's the acceleration on a shark?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I think that would be the key. Because if you see it coming, I think it would be quite easy to avoid.
yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't want to. Honestly, I
Wouldn't want to fight a shark.
yeah. When that opens its mouth, I'm like,
Again,
nah.
millions of years of perfection in its environment.
I'm thinking the megalodon.
I'll fuck that shit up.
Yeah, no. I would fuck up a blue whale though.
I'd smash a cheetah. Easy. I would kill a cheetah. If it was a one-on-one fight, I'd smash a cheetah to bits. They are way too small.
I know what you're saying.
It looks a cheetah looks
stuff like that,
breakable.
Yeah, I just think of claws and teeth.
Yeah.
Like I just think like if you grab it and it fucking with its claws is just slicing away at you, that's gonna be rough.
But I just feel like I look at a cheetah and I think that's breakable. That's like a breakable animal. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think you're incapable
Panther.
of killing one. No, see, panther, that's different level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more of a chonk.
Yeah.
I think that's powerful, panther.
Mm.
I wouldn't want to.
It's more powerful. I'd rather fight a cheetah than a panther.
Yeah. You got to catch a cheetah first, but.
No, it was fights. We're in a cage. We just said that.
Right, yeah. My brother thinks he can take an ostrich. I'm sorry. That's one of them things that I think people think it's just a big bird. If you've ever seen a fucking ostrich, you know you ain't taking it.
I reckon I could take an ostrich.
No, can't.
Yeah, I reckon I could.
They're fucking horrid beasts.
No, it can't be that bad. Can't be that
You're
bad.
not soloing a fucking ostrich.
Yeah, I could.
I think a kangaroo would
This
be
guy,
a
honestly,
better
this
fight
guy.
than an ostrich.
This fucking guy, honestly.
I'm not saying you could take a kangaroo. I said it would be a better fight than an ostrich.
But what about the tail?
We're not doing that. We're not doing it.
The tail of a kangaroo is the most lethal part. It is, 100%. Do you know the strength of a kangaroo's tail? We are. It is the most dangerous part, and you know it is.
It's not.
What's the most dangerous part of a kangaroo?
It's front feet.
Oh, it's such a bullshit. Such bullshit.
Never ever seen anyone get tail whipped by a kangaroo.
That's because they don't live to tell the tale.
We're
And
gonna
just
move on.
that's why you should join the Discord because of stuff like that.
Yeah. Fine. Join the Discord. Join in with that. We're going to move on to a segment I've been very much looking forward to. It's Ryan's Simple Science. First item, some mathematics. And what's interesting about this is this was put online and loads of people got it wrong. Like way more got it wrong than got it right. And the question is, now I will say it's going to be put to you as dogs, but it can be put to you as sweets, it can be put to you as anything, okay?
Thanks, mate.
There are 49 dogs that enter this competition. There are only large and small. There are 36 more small dogs than large dogs. How many small dogs are there?
It's going to show how long it takes me to do math, so I might cut out some of this thinking time. So it would be 49 minus 36 would be 13.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Then you would half 30. It can't be done.
Right, this is why I said do it as sweets, not dogs.
Okay. So you would half 13, which is 6.5. Add it to 36. Is that right? Was 36 the number of more?
Yeah, 36, yeah.
Which is 42.5.
Which is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It's the same. It's the same as the money one. It's very similar to the money one, where it's like 100, like something's £10.50 or something or whatever.
Yeah. And the reason I bring that up, well done to you, by the way, for getting that, is the amount of people that just said 36 was unbelievable.
Yeah. It's because it's difficult for people to grasp because that's exactly the same as I think it's something like £15, like a large vase and a small vase cost £15. The large vase is £10 more than the small vase.
Yeah.
What's how much does the large vase cost? And everyone goes £10 or the small vase £5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they don't consider that it's £10 more, not, yeah.
And you'll have to do the division to get the difference off. But that was a year 7's homework. And the reason that was posted is because so many parents couldn't work it out. Which I found quite interesting.
Luckily, I'd be one of the ones.
You're not bad at maths, though, are you?
I mean, I'm not good at maths.
You're not bad at maths.
I'm not bad at the lateral thinking side of that. The math side of it, I'm not good at, as you saw when I was trying to work it out. 13. Oh my God.
You know how to get there.
Yeah. It just takes me a while.
Yeah.
Like if you could do the sums, I'll tell you what the sums are. You do them. Tell me what the answers are. It's cool. That's the answer.
Easy work.
Give me a calculator.
Fucking flying. I've realised when I realised that I was quite good at maths.
Amazing at maths. No. Yes, Gary. You know, I saw your brain go tick down. You were going to say banging. And then you did. You went, when I realised I was, and then I saw your head go, turn the dial down. Pretty good at maths.
But my cousin was doing A-level maths, and she rang me about some like quadratic equations, and I was like, I can't remember how to do them. I was like, I'm busy at the minute. I'll give you like half an hour. So she's like, yeah. So all I did was study it for 30 minutes, and then I could do it.
He was 7.
Yeah, amazing. No, I was like 23 or 22 at the time, and she was just going for it. That is impressive. And at that point, I was like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. If only I'd actually tried a little bit harder at maths at school.
I feel like there's a lot of things that you can look back on now and go, I wish I'd given that more of a go. Like I wish I'd done better. Oh like when adults say to you when you're younger, like, live these moments, like enjoy it while it's there, or really try. You will regret it when you're older. 100% you do. Yeah. Like definitely wish I'd tried a bit harder at certain things, and certain things that seemed so important when you're younger just don't mean anything now. Really mean nothing.
I think one of the things for me when I was younger is definitely that whole like I hated socialising with people I didn't know. Yeah. So whenever I went on trial at a new team or was trying to break, and I fucking hated it. And now I wish I was just like, they don't matter. Yeah. Like, don't worry about them. Just do you. Like, I wish my mum said that to me. Yeah. Like, because I think that about my school friends. I'm not friends with anyone from school. And I wish someone went to me like, you won't care about any of these people in 5 years' time.
Yeah, but you wouldn't listen. There's no way you'd listen. Maybe I would. Because I've had people said to me when I was in school, like, this won't matter. Like, it's all, because in school, I was smart, but I like to mess around. So one of the things that was said to me quite a lot was this isn't going to matter in like 10 years' time. These people might not matter to you. Your education will. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, of course it will. Yeah, I'm cool. Class clown. Now look at me. Yeah. Kofi. Yeah.
Please give us money. For you that did try hard in school.
Yeah. For those of you that did well. Yeah. Here's the link.
Yeah. Also, on Simple Science, we're going to learn about carbonated beverages today.
Excellent news.
This will siphon off onto next week's interesting fact as well. And what that is the way that we're gonna simplify it as we always do on Simple Science. The way that fizzy drinks work. I think a lot of people have fizzy drinks without any concept of how they're fizzy.
Would you like me to tell you how I think they get fizzy?
I would love to. I think I've told you before, so if you say the correct answer, I might be happy.
So basic.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I know I've put a lot of these to you before, so.
No, I don't think you have told me how they get fizzy.
Definitely. Go on, tell me.
But there is a special serum that is made from. I don't know if you've ever seen in like oil rigs and stuff where they put the thing right down into the middle of the earth. So there's one pipe that digs for oil, and one of them goes into lava veins and brings out lava bubbles into the.
I think when you said lava bubbles, you went, I've lost them. Fucking lost them.
Brings the lava bubbles up from the earth. That is then injected into a sieve, which splits the lava bubbles up into little bubbles. That's put into drinks to carbonate them.
That's it, is it? I'm just Googling lava bubbles. just checking on
what a lava bubble is. What a lava bubble is.
Yeah. I've never ever come across a lava bubble.
So it's a bubble of lava. You never watched Lord of the Rings?
So it's a character on Paper Mario. Is a lava bubble? That's
No, it's a bubble of lava. I mean, I'm sure there was. I'm sure you could also find a character called Fire, but Fire's real.
We know who Fire is.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, because obviously you just watch bubbles emerge in your drink. And I think that is incredible, fascinating, like a real scientific anomaly, a wonder almost, but it completely ignored by everybody. They're just like, oh, it fizzles on my tongue. And that's all you care about. But if you actually sit and think, how the fuck does that happen? You'd be flabbergasted. And what it is that gases can actually dissolve in liquids. So what they do is they spray the carbon dioxide with great force into the drink or into the liquid, and it dissolves, and the fizz is essentially the CO2 begins to precipitate, and therefore you get fizz. It works very similar to oxygen in water, where plants give off oxygen, obviously, but there isn't bubbles just like floating around everywhere in the water. It's dissolved into the water. And interestingly, 50% of the oxygen of our Earth comes from plant life that's underwater. So seaweed and all kinds of things like that, which we'll get on to next week for how do fish breathe.
You don't want to do that.
We're going to do it.
You don't want to do that.
That is what we're going to
Because
go
you're wrong.
for. We're going to go onto that next week.
Okay.
And that,
So does the pressure that they inject into the water matter?
it has to be essentially just a high pressure
Why?
because it helps it dissolve.
Wouldn't it dissolve eventually anyway?
Not with a low pressure, it would just bubble, it wouldn't dissolve. Similar to, for example, if you wanted to get salt to dissolve quickly, you would heat the water up because then there's energy. So the force essentially acts as an energy which helps it dissolve faster.
Yeah, but surely if you put like a lid on it and didn't let it escape, it would eventually dissolve anyway.
No,
Why?
because it needs a catalyst, which is the force. It needs energy to help it dissolve.
Or couldn't you stir it?
Essentially, you're not even wrong with that. If you stirred it at a very fast pace and blew bubbles of
Like
CO2,
really slowly?
No, not slowly. No, the force isn't great enough. You don't have enough energy. Then
No, as in put the CO2 in slowly, but spun it loads.
I imagine that would work also. If you put enough force into the spin, I imagine that could possibly work.
But then wouldn't that also then unsettle the bubbles, like when you shake a carbonated drink?
That's to do with pressure.
Yeah.
So if you just stirred a fizzy drink, you'd have to keep stirring it and stirring it to help it precipitate. Because then what you're doing is you're adding energy again to it.
Yeah.
But if
But you're getting rid of the carbon.
Yeah, but you're putting it in at this point.
But how are you going to mix it to put carbon in and take it out?
How are you going to mix it to put carbon in and take it out?
Yes.
So if I've got CO2 in it and I'm stirring it, it's going to dissolve. If I stop the CO2 in it and continue stirring, then it's going to precipitate.
But while you're stirring and the CO2 is going in, you're also getting rid of CO2.
Yeah, you're probably losing some.
So it would just stay still.
There'll be like a midpoint where you'll be making as many bubbles as you're losing. There will be that point. So it's when the solution is no longer soluble with CO2, then it will be able to take no more in. And therefore, you'll just be losing CO2.
I don't think that works. I don't.
What bit do you not think works?
So, look, say for example, we're injecting CO2 from the bottom, we're mixing it. So we're injecting it slowly, we're mixing it super duper fast.
Yeah.
That's going into the liquid. You're mixing it is then taking it back out of the liquid. And eventually your liquid is then just going to be still. It's not going to be carbonated.
No, but you're missing the point. So it's going to absorb a certain amount.
Yes.
So it's going to dissolve a certain
But
amount.
the mixing will take that out.
Yes, but it will probably take more in than that will go out. Hence, this is normally done under a pressure, so that none can escape. Obviously, we're doing this with an open top. So we're probably not going to be making many bubbles here. But if you do this under high pressure or a vacuum...
Does the liquid have to be under pressure? Or is it the CO2 that has to be under pressure?
It has to be like in a vacuum. So more the air.
Right, okay.
So that way none can just escape willy-nilly as
I think that's the issue.
As bubbles, as we say. Obviously, I've never done these experiments, and I'm kind of just going on the fact that would work because there's enough pressure. And Gaz is just putting me on the spot. So
Yep. Just asking the questions we all want to know.
yeah, if you stir. But I hope next time you have a fizzy drink, you take a look at it and you think, I know why that's fizzy. And that's just one more thing you can learn today. And if there's anything you want to add, or anything that you think's more interesting about fizzy drinks, or carbonated, or making bubbles, because I think the bubble itself is fascinating. I think it defies physics.
Bubbles.
Bubbles, like bubbles in the air. You know when you blow a bubble?
Mm.
I think that is incredible.
Why?
How a liquid holds a spherical structure, a thin spherical structure like that, is incredible.
Why?
Because it shouldn't just fall like water.
No.
But why?
Because it's lighter than the air inside it.
Okay. It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Of course it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
For one, what's incredible about it is the structure holds.
Yeah.
How?
It's just
I'll
how it
explain
is.
to you how.
Yeah.
But
Soap.
which acts as the bind.
Semi-permeable membrane.
Just saying stuff. But I find that fascinating. The way that a bubble, when you blow a bubble, the way that works is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm just
Please
saying
explain.
that for me is.
Yeah, because it's lighter than the liquid.
Stop it. I'm not.
What? It
I'm not
is.
doing that. It's not.
That's how helium
Blue-
works.
No, it's not how helium works. Helium is literally lighter than air.
Yes.
A
So
bubble
it's
is
lighter
not
than the
lighter than
thing.
air.
No, but what's inside is.
Why are you doing this? Our listeners are going to be like, what the fuck are they even talking about now? I'm trying to give us a little segment here where we come across as two smart guys. When people are learning something. And now they're like, what the fuck are they stirring CO2? Like fucking morons. One last fact for you, which some of you will know. If you listen to the Discord, this will be interesting for you. One of my favourite words is petrichor.
Why are you doing this again?
I did it on the Discord. This is everyone that
You do it on the
listens to
Discord,
pod.
shit on the live.
On the live, sorry. This is for people who listen to the pod.
God.
Oh, fine, sod it. Go on. Carry on. Carry on. People won't know.
Petrichor
People won't know.
is one of Ryan's favourite words.
People won't know.
And petrichor is the smell of grass.
Stop. People think we're morons. Stop.
Petrichor
I can't deal with that.
is the smell of grass
It's not.
in the morning.
It's not. It's not. Don't listen to that. Don't listen. Don't listen.
Right, no, petrichor is a smell of freshly fallen rain. And it's a delightful smell. You'll recognise it and know it. And it comes from two words. One Latin word, petra, and another word,
What's fetch mean?
ichor, is tears?
Nope. Means earth.
Earth,
Ground.
that's the one, yeah, sorry. And ichor, which is what runs in the veins of the gods.
Yes.
And
They don't have blood. The old
they don't have
Greek
bloods, they have
gods.
ichor.
Mm.
So petrichor is the blood of the earth. Or earth blood.
I often don't know what to say when Gaz does stuff like that. I feel like we got so far there. We did so
It was
well.
never going to end the way you wanted it to.
You went earth blood. That's what petrichor is. If you're wondering, earth blood. If you ever look at the
Earth
blood of
blood.
the earth, you think petrichor.
Petrichor.
I bet that smells like freshly fallen rain.
That is what petrichor is. It's earth blood. Don't you forget it.
Yeah. So there you go. There's a little fact. Can I do one more?
Of course you can.
My other favourite word that I enjoy is viscosity. Now I like that word because of the way it feels when I say it. The viscosity. However, its meaning is its thickness / density of a liquid.
Mhm.
So the thicker a liquid, the more viscous. For example, water and oil would be more viscous and therefore have greater viscosity. And I feel like if there's any time in your day you can use that, I think you should.
Heard it here first, guys. Viscosity.
I hope you learned something. If you didn't, I'll try again next week. I'll try and get you.
I hope you didn't learn anything.
Okay.
I hope you knew everything that was happening there, and you just hated this part of it. If you did, just let Ryan know personally that you hated it, every minute of it.
I think that'll get some people. I think 50%.
I'm sure it will.
oxygen.
I'm only joking. Ryan.
I'm just saying. I think
only kidding.
sharks are older than trees.
If you have ever have you ever done the experiment of mixing carbon into water and making it escape at the same time? Do let us know. I'd be interested to see that.
Yeah. Thanks. Email bromantic@mail.com if you've got any simple science facts you think would be really cool for the poddy.
That's right.
For the segmente.
No.
Have you got any segmentes for the end?
No.
Oh, no.
I meant to.
I don't know. You've come in.
I'll come in.
Yeah.
Willy-nilly, mate. Willy-a-fucking-nilly.
Nice.
Mind melt.
When you're ready.
3, 2, 1. Chocolate.
Stone.
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone
Oh,
and
God.
chocolate. Hearthstone and chocolate.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Ferrero Rocher.
I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything.
You're doing the countdown. This drives me insane. Oh God. God damn it.
I forgot how to play. I didn't really.
It's not mind melt.
The problem is, I almost said pickle. And then realised. No, listen. Almost said pickle and then realised that that's not how the game works. I can't just say words.
Fucking could you imagine? If we just say random words till we pick the same one, we'd be here forever.
I don't think we'd be here for as long as you think.
I think fucking you and me would, yeah. God.
Okay, sorry. Right. My melt. 3, 2, 1.
Leg.
Vinegar. Don't know how I got vinegar. I didn't have a word. Did it again.
Well, we've got
Vinegar and leg.
So I've got one.
Have you? 3, 2, 1. Lamb.
Table.
That would have been better. Table.
No, yours isn't bad. Leg of lamb.
The famous vinegar lamb.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so table and lamb. 3, 2, 1. Roast. Dinner. Roast dinner.
Don't forget my roasting dinner.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. Surely you've got that.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Turkey.
Chicken.
The annoying thing about that is that I was going to say chicken, and then thought he won't say chicken, he'll go turkey, and then you went chicken. No, but I thought that's like the roast dinner is a turkey, yeah, like Christmas dinner. Yeah, shut up. 3, 2, 1. Bird. Really?
Yeah,
Really?
That's what those two things are.
Yes, they're also birds. Ryan. God.
Go on then.
Birds and poultry. 3, 2, 1. Feathers. No.
That's a poultry bird, a pheasant.
Why are you doing this? What are you doing? Feathers and pheasant.
Got it.
3, 2, 1. Tail.
Peacock. Tail and peacock. Can't say feathers.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful.
Oh.
No, God.
Oh my God.
Oh, God. I said beautiful.
No, we've got pretty and beautiful. We're the worst at this game. The fucking worst.
3, 2, 1. Ryan.
Gaz. Oh, easy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call this a day 3. This is where we like to invite you to follow all of our socials, to like the video, to subscribe, and have a wondrous evening. It's good night from Team 1, Bromantic. The children's card game.
Fucking smashed you.
You're gonna clip that. I would fucking smash teenagers. Whoa. Ryan, calm your shit.
I would defeat them. That's a game of Hearthstone.